Thanks, Marianne. And up next, we have, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Gabrielle. If you go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, my name is Gabriele. It's okay. It's German, so it's a little hard to pronounce. I wanted to tell you that I have really enjoyed. I haven't read your book, and today's the first I've heard of you, so that's okay. But I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you.
And really felt touched by pretty much everything you said. But the reason I wanted to comment was because I liked your answer when I don't know who the person was that asked you, why are you not vegan?
Mm-hmm.
And may I state that the way it was asked, I took offense to, because I'm vegan, but I was vegetarian since I was 21. I'm 65. I was 20 at 21. I became a vegetarian, and I've been a vegetarian until I was 63. At 63, I became a vegan. So that's only 2 years. But my children are not vegans, and they're not vegetarians either. And they claim, well, I'm not trying to make excuses for my children, but one of the main reasons that they have not embraced it is because of the sanctified manner of many, many, many vegans. And I remember even a couple of years ago, I was running with someone, and he was saying, oh, I just can't wait to get home from this run. I'm going to have a big, fat, juicy steak. Don't you think that sounds great? I'm like,
No.
And I was like, well, actually, I'm a vegan. And he stopped running and looked at me. He says, no, you're not. And I'm like, yes, I am. He says, no, you're not. You're too nice. He said, I'm like, what do you mean by that? He says, well, a vegetarian has that attitude of, I don't eat meat and neither do you. And he just couldn't believe that I don't do that. And so I really like your answer, because, you don't have the right to judge other people.
Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual superiority in that particular corner. You're right. And it's very off-putting to a lot of people. And I agree with you. More people would be vegan at this point, probably, yeah. There's a woman named Kathy Freston. She's a friend of mine, and she writes books about it. She always just says to me, just lean in, Marianne, just lean in. She's always so forgiving and so helpful. And she demonstrates the attitude that I believe you're speaking to, which is, I don't have a problem with the proselytizing, but there's a difference between proselytizing and an aggressive, judgmental, which, as you can imagine, in my work, I get, well, if she was really spiritual. I mean, it was even here in the chat. Yeah, if she was really spiritual, she'd be vegan. Okay, well, if you were, I could just as easily say, if you were really spiritual, you would be working your ass off for political change. So, why don't we just kind of decide that the judgment of other people's path is really not the spiritual process at all.